Rest in peace.
What's good, guys? Today's video is going to be all about taking on Rathalos, King of the Skies. Rathalos is a monster that you'll be hunting a lot, so pay attention and learn its movement and weird quirks it has. I'm going to try and break it down as much as I can. So here goes. So, what is Rathalos? It's similar to Rathian, but it's red for starters. Unlike Rathian, it likes to fly around, which is super annoying. It inflicts fire blight as well as poison, just like the Rathian. Difference being, Rathian will poison you with its tail, whereas Rathalos will poison you with the barbs that it's got on its talon. You can sever its tail, you can break its wings and its head. Doing this will A, reduce its range of its tail attacks, B, kind of stop it from going up in the air as much as it normally does, and C, it'll reduce the amount of fireballs that it spits. So, actually fighting this bloody menace. Its main weaknesses is dragon, with the secondary weaknesses being thunder and ice. So, if you're struggling pretty much that much, try and craft weapons that it's going to be weak to. It is a no-brainer. As far as items go, you're going to want to make sure that you've got literally as many potions as you can physically cram in your back pocket. Antidotes, herbal medicines, flash pods, and I highly suggest that you bring traps and tranquilizers. If you don't have any flash pods, there will be 4 in the box that you can pick up at the start of the hunt. Next up, eating. The way that I'd look at it is you want to make sure that your fire resistance covered. So eat for fire resistance, eat for the defense, so sometimes you've got a chance of negating the full amount of damage that you take, and medic is also a good one because it'll increase the amount of healing that your items do. So, how do you actually fight this royal pain in the ass? The way I go about it is sever the tail first, aim for the wings, and then if it's got enough life left, just smash its face in, quite honestly. So, if you're using a melee weapon that you can cut tails with, I definitely recommend going for the tail first. That way it keeps you out of the way of its fiery trap. Sometimes you can get carried away with attacking its head and it literally just fireballs you in the face. Obviously if you're using a hammer or a hunting horn, then just smash it in the head. Sorted. If you're using one of the ranged weapons, I'd either aim for the head or the wings. Potentially the wings first because it's harder to reach for the melee attackers, but hey ho, it's ultimately down to you. Other than that, there is like a specific spot right between like its sort of neck and front legs, that's all I got to, where it's kind of a safe spot. Its tail swipes won't hit you, its fireballs won't hit you. The only thing that will is when it does that weird charge attack, which will just knock you flying, so just be careful for that. Don't get too carried away. So, to recap, melees, cut the tail off. Ranged, aim for the wings. Try and break as many of the parts as you physically can because it's going to help this fight go as smoothly as possible. If you've broken the parts that you need to break, you've severed the tail, just plough into its legs. You'll eventually start toppling it over. You want to topple it as much as you can to get as much DPS onto it as you physically can. The second that you can catch that sucker, throw your trap down and trank its ass. Easy, right? Well, I won't go that far. There are a couple of attacks that you really should be mindful of. First one being like a ground stomp sort of move. This is the way that it'll poison you. The tail won't poison you at all, the ground stomp will. Try and avoid this as much as you can because being poisoned, especially against Rathalos, is an absolute nuisance. The next one being what I like to call the napalm strike. It'll fly up in the air, it'll suck a load of oxygen in and just spit a massive row of fire. This fire goes on further than what you think, and it will catch you with your trolleys down if you're not careful. It does an absolute shit ton of damage, and I don't use that term lightly, so just be careful. And the last one being, well, the tag and bag. It'll gracefully float towards you, clip you with its little feeties, and you think, well, that's it, that didn't do a lot of damage. Just for it to turn around and spit a fireball at you that carts you instantly. Be careful. I mean, I say it, I think, every single video. It doesn't matter what monster that you're fighting, just take it easy, be careful. I mean, I've said be careful about 30 times in this video alone, but just keep an eye on the monster's movements. They have so many tells, it's unreal. I mean, yeah, granted, I get hit by moves a lot of the time, like, depending on what playstyle I'm playing. In this clip in the back, obviously, I've just gone for super aggressive to try and show that you can beat it that way, but it's not ideal. I think I went through about 8 potions, and doing it this way, you are literally just going to be healing more than you're attacking the monster. If you're playing in a group, then you're not going to be a big help if you're A, taking too much damage and carting, or B, just not putting your fair share of DPS in. It's really not fair on the others. So hopefully now, after watching this, you've got a better idea of the things that you should be doing and shouldn't be doing when fighting this just arsehole. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Again, if you've got any questions, just leave a comment down below. Peace.